Hello, everyone. So I wanted to talk about this really the most retarded thing for Madame Savvy drama. I mean, for her to be in, and apparently, what the egad, uh, crackhead, renowned crackhead, is calling Savvy a man, just like this. Collective Shout newspaper is, because Madame Savvy is um, pro board games. And by the way, he's trying to say that she doesn't speak like this on her YouTube channel. She does. Um, I'm just going to be honest. She does. I've watched her. She also does on side scrollers. This is how you know, like, this person doesn't watch her, because like she speaks like this all the time, right? This is how she is. But yeah, he's trying to say she's a man who um, is because who is pretending to be a woman here because she says things that she would say in her videos. It's a disgusting bullshit conspiracy theory that's basically don't thrown out there because he just doesn't get how things work, I guess. I don't know. Um they have Savvy here. So they're calling out Collective Shout magazine for labeling her a man and a sex trader. Um yeah. And yeah, this is because MasterCard banned incest games, just so you're wondering. Also, yeah. Yep. Yeah, see that she's got the point down too. They don't play video games. I mean, I guess maybe some play video games. I mean, there's 3 billion gamers, so I don't know if they all don't, right? Because I would assume like not playing video games, most of that is people in the countries where video games are not accessible, but they definitely don't like they're not gamers, right? They'll play like, maybe some Candy Crush or something. And I mean like unlike most people, I don't mean like they'll play some Candy Crush or something in that they're mostly playing mobile games. Genshin Impact and stuff. Actually, most women that I know play some Genshin Impact or some Wuthering Waves. The idea that mobile gaming or women gaming is that much different from masculine gaming now is actually pretty retarded. But what is big difference is the idea is right here. But yeah, there I just I just really hate it when people say, "Oh, people must be a man to disagree with a video game that harms nobody existing on the internet." Right? Like nobody real is harmed by these video games. People real, however, are harmed by actual, rape, right? And so, yeah, I don't know why these credit card companies continue to do this, but they do. Yeah. I don't know if you could have zero censorship because obviously lies and threats aren't real. Well, like this is the thing: lies and hate speech. But I define hate speech as basically threats and threats and outbursts where like violence would ensue of the speech, right? Like if you say, like if you say like X race is inferior and they deserve to be exterminated, that's not a threat, but that is very hateful, and it is a call to violence against them, even if it's not a threat itself, right? You know, and a similar thing, right? Um, you know, let's just say this: a similar thing, the threat, threats are bad, okay? And like as well, right? So like a direct threat, right? So that's what I refer to as hate speech, right? Not saying a slur or a mean word, but actually dehumanizing people and calling for their deaths, right? When it's like that, when it's a call to violence or a threat of violence, that's when they call it hate speech, right? Like I use the Bible. Like I have a Bible, that we can use, right? Hatred is murder. Is committing murder in your heart, right? So hate speech would be speech that is designed to commit violence with, right? So a threat, for example, is one way, and another way is drumming up violence, right? So saying fire is one way, but also trying to dehumanize people is another way, right? That's hate speech. But other than those two things, right, I don't really think anything should be censored, and so none of this should be censored, right? 99% of the things that people censor should not be censored. The only things that should be censored are things that the far left and the far right do. And the far right doesn't do it anywhere as near as much anymore currently online. They do it offline, but they don't really have power. Although it seems like some of them think they're getting power because they're getting the right's getting a little crazy, ain't it? Yeah, that's why I'm like, I'm where I am. I'm center right, and as soon as like if the pendulum swings, regardless, I don't really care. Oh yeah, no, this is part of it, definitely. This is fucking vile. Yeah, and it is also true. That's what they like. You guys got to remember, these organizations don't actually care. Like this is why I hated trans activists. I'm trans. I don't. Like. What's funny is this: what the EGAD comment would actually follow for me, right? It doesn't follow for Savvy. It would follow for me, but if we're gonna go like that, but yeah, there actually are only like what, four cards though. So you got to like there are, and that's like the thing. Also, another thing, of course, is people could just pirate these. So now it's like there's going to be a piracy index. Also, isn't Nataku like a website that has all these games anyway? like part of the reason Steam allowed them on was Notaku was becoming more popular than Steam, and Steam saw that as an immediate threat. So yeah, but the reason why they do that is that, okay, so like they Visa and MasterCard are more popular, so they block Steam's entire ability to use Visa or MasterCard. That's why. So PayPal would be completely blocked. You know, most normal banks like Chase, for example, JP Morgan Chase would be blocked completely. You'd have to get an American Express or a Discover card or something else, right? You know, so yeah, the while yes, you could do that, it costs hundreds of billions of dollars basically that they make out of what they make in America at least. Well, not maybe not hundreds, tens of billions of dollars every year they would be losing from this. Eventually, it would quickly amount to hundreds once a couple years go by. But regardless, they make billions of dollars a year. I mean, hundreds of billions of dollars a year. And a lot of that is with Visa and MasterCard. If Visa and MasterCard prevent them from ever using their cards, that is a massive blow to Steam. Like this is why a lot of people bow to these card companies because they kind of have to. That's actually why. Just so people know, if they didn't have to, they wouldn't. I can tell you that for a fact. Anyway, so yeah.